Hello, Christy.
Hi, Mike. I hear meowing.
Yeah, yes. The kittens are fired up. Mr. Mosley and Orla McCool have never been fed in their lives. Ever.
Never. They've never had
Yeah.
treats.
Yeah.
No one loves them or
Yeah.
pays any attention to
Aspen
them.
and I are terrible people.
You
How
are.
dare we subject them to this terror? These bats, man.
I know. I know. Same here with the dogs.
Yeah.
Nobody ever gives them treats. No one gives them anything.
It's so sad. Tiny
It
orphan
is.
children. How's it going? We haven't seen each other in a while because you've been rocking the stage, right?
Yeah, I've been on stage playing Eleanor of Aquitaine in The Lion in Winter at Theater 3.
This is a fantastic
Just
play.
like shameless plug. It really is. It's so well written.
Yeah.
Like you
I was
hardly
talking
have to do any work.
I was talking to Drew Wall, a friend of the show, who's in the cast with you.
Huh?
He came over and we were talking, I was like last week or the week before. And man, that play is like from a time when people just knew how to write a fucking play.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so perfectly crafted.
And paste.
Yeah, it's just
It's
not to say that modern writers or contemporary writers can't do that, but there's just something about an older, well-crafted play that's just it's
yeah.
awesome.
Well, the writer, James Goldman, is the twin brother of the dude who wrote Amadeus.
Yeah,
So yeah,
what
it's
the
like
hell, man?
I know, too much talent
Come
in
on.
one family. No, yeah, I mean it's like at one point as an actor, we like to feel things and figure
Sure, sure.
stuff out and be like, but why do I do the next thing, Doing too much of that with this play was self-defeating. Just go, he's written it all for me.
Yeah, just say
Just
the lines
just
right.
memorize the words
Yeah.
and say them like you believe them.
Yeah. Awesome. So if you're in the area, go see The
Yeah,
Lion in Winter. It really is
The
it's one of my
Lion in
favorite
Winter.
plays. I'm going on
Yeah,
Wednesday. I'm excited.
yeah. We have a hooky matinee, $20.
I am gonna yell at Drew the entire time, if that's
You
okay.
should. He deserves it.
Be like, "Richard
Um,
sucks." Just, yeah. That's gonna throw popcorn at him.
yeah, I
Old
think you
school.
should. Hey, man, the other thing is like today's just the day after we got the terrible news about Rob Reiner.
I can't wrap my mind around it, man.
I cannot wrap my mind around this. Like, what kind of bizarro world are we living in?
Yeah, and it's it was, like, not similar like, the Gene Hackman thing, like, if someone had said, "Hey, Gene Hackman was 90 or whatever and died
Mhm.
peacefully in his sleep," or Rob Reiner, who wasn't 90, I think it was 78, which isn't super old, but, like, it's eh,
Older.
old, but this is so bizarre and sad and tragic. He's just, has always been one of my favorite directors. He seemed, I don't know the man at all, didn't, but he seemed like a genuinely decent dude who like loved film and made a
Yeah, and
bunch of my favorite movies.
I
Truly.
know. I was about to say, like, I know we talk a lot about like the definitive movies of our decade or of our youth or whatever, but they really were. I mean,
Yeah.
Princess Bride, Stand
Mm,
by Me,
yeah.
When Harry Met Sally,
Yeah.
Misery, A Few Good
Spinal
Men,
Tap.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Like, it's just bizarre and such a sad day for
Yeah.
film lovers.
And so I will, in his honor, I'm gonna watch Misery again, which, by the way, I have seen an interview with Stephen King, and Stephen King says that is his favorite adaptation of his work,
It's excellent.
and that includes shit King adapted himself.
Yeah. And I mean, I love Stand by Me.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
Stand
it's
by
such
Me
a
is like
great,
incredible.
yeah, and
I'm not a lover of romantic comedies, Michael, you know this, but I really love When Harry Met Sally. I
yeah, I
think
mean,
I'm gonna watch it.
it's to me, it's like definitive of that genre, right? Like,
Yeah.
and the two of them are, I mean, they're just charming. I don't
Yeah,
know, like, what to say.
I
Like,
know.
there was a time when Meg Ryan could just step on screen and you would be like, "Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd like to date that lady."
Yeah. And like Bruno Kirby and Carrie Fisher in that
That's my
film
favorite
are
part of that
perfect.
movie. Yeah, favorite
Perfect,
part of that
perfect.
movie. Okay, well, on that's yeah, go celebrate Rob Reiner's work. I don't know. Yeah, it's so fucked up, man.
I do wanna say also that it's tamale season because it's Christmas time.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
this is the time when, everybody's like, "Where do I get tamales? Where are the best tamales?" And we've talked about that before. There's Dallas Tortilla Factory here in town that has really great tamales. I urge you to not be scared and buy tamales from the woman selling them out of her trunk
That is
in
the
the
way to
parking
do
lot of
it.
7-Eleven. But also, I was at Central Market the other day, and they right now have because Central Market is HEB brand. They right now, they don't always have them, but they have like the South Texas HEB brand tamales in the store.
Nice.
So head to your Central Market and get the South Texas HEB brand tamales that you would find in the regular HEB
Yeah.
stores.
Right now, we have, 20 HEB tortillas at our house
My God,
from
they're so
Central
good.
Market. Yeah, they're so good.
It's amazing, and if you're lucky enough to live in North Dallas, then you got an HEB up there.
HEB.
Go to
Yeah.
HEB and get some tamales.
Yeah, it's time. And then next time we get together, I'm gonna hit you up. I'll give you some lead time though, because Aspen and I have been talking about, and I can never remember what it's called, the Mexican hot chocolate-esque porridge drink meal that is
Oh, well,
incredible.
yeah, it's atole. I mean, some
Mhm.
people call it atole, and then there's the name flew out of my head, Michael,
That's all right.
because I'm old. But yeah, I will even put up a recipe on our Facebook
Hell yeah.
page.
All right, I'll bring that
And
up next time because to me that is like Christmas,
yeah,
you
it's
know?
so good. It is a meal.
It's the coziest drink meal you can have.
Yeah,
Um, cool. So on to something not nearly as exciting as cozy Mexican Christmas foods. You and we took one for the team, Christy,
we did.
because we have been on this ride for so many years and we want
Disappointed. I
time
mean,
and
it's
time
like it was truly like the most disappointing roller coaster ever. It was as though this roller coaster just had like the up, 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 one thrilling
and then
twist, and then just down.
like, yeah, so we watched The Conjuring: Last Rites.
Final conflict. I'm just gonna
Okay,
call it
okay,
final conflict.
totally. Which is the 4th Conjuring movie, but I don't know, the 8th movie in the Conjuring universe, and we have a history with these films. The Nun sent you to the hospital.
I got sick.
Yeah, there are several installments that I think their version of La Llorona pissed you
Was
off in
terrible.
ways I've not seen.
Man.
And it all comes back to the fact that the original Conjuring,
Hmm.
directed by James Wan, we both really love.
Yes.
Like, I love it. You know, we talk about it. We have talked about it a lot. When it came out, it felt like a return to kind of like old school
Hmm.
haunted house movies where the real scares are the door creaking, the sound on the floorboards, and an occasional ghost or demon, but played by a human
Right.
in makeup or just like literally just walking by.
Not just in the effects, but also in the way the story is told. This is a story about a family who's having financial troubles,
Yeah.
and they have to they are forced to move. They are forced to go somewhere else, and they're a happy family. They love each other, but they're not facing personal challenges.
Yeah, they are in financial dire straits. The husband is a truck driver.
Mhm.
He and his wife have, was it 4 daughters in the original or so, or
Yeah,
72 daughters? I don't know.
something.
But what was beautiful, and I totally agree, one of the best things to me about the original Conjuring, in addition to the scares,
Mhm.
is you really care about that family.
Yeah.
And so by the time Ed and Lorraine Warren show up, because the Conjuring-verse centers on Ed and Lorraine Warren, who were real life demonologists and kind of the most famous charlatans to ever walk the earth. Um,
That's what I was waiting for.
but, by the time they like, there's a prologue with Annabelle the doll, but by the time they get involved with the family, you as a viewer are completely invested in the family, and then
Mhm.
so are the 2 of them.
Right.
And also, I know now we're just talking about the original, I have always thought Patrick Wilson, who plays Ed, and Vera Farmiga's little sister's older sister,
Older
Vera
sister Vera
Farmiga,
Farmiga.
who plays Lorraine, I have always thought the two of them have lovely chemistry together to make these two characters who could be ridiculous and who in real life I believe are at the best ridiculous and at the worst evil people, to be honest. And not in a demonic sense, in the I think they took
In just
advantage.
kind of like a con man way.
Yeah, I think they took advantage of people who were desperate, but that's neither here nor there. Because in the movie, they are heroes, and the two of them play them really well.
Mhm.
I believe they're completely in love. It's a great relationship, and in the
Right.
original, Lily Taylor is awesome as essentially the lead. Fast forward
Right. Well,
through
and here
all. Yeah, go
no,
for it.
like, here's the thing, it's like, I truly think that the supe in my opinion, I will say in my opinion,
Sure.
the superior ghost movie, right, is a movie in which our characters are wrestling with something and there are ghosts, you know?
Correct.
Instead of making the ghosts the central thing in the movie.
Yeah, and I think that's
Yeah.
true about all, like, the Others, The Orphanage, The
Devil's
Changeling,
Backbone.
yeah, Devil's Backbone. Yeah, and so they absolutely got away from that model
Mhm.
the more and more this series went on.
Yeah.
Like, Conjuring 2 has moments I thought that worked, but you could already sort of sense, and then I thought Conjuring 3 was one of the worst horror films I've ever seen, and
I'm like
4 is, right there with it.
I mean, f 4 is right there with it. I just don't I mean, I know that the film industry is going through a thing right now,
Sure.
and if you don't make $300 million on opening weekend, then your movie tanks or you don't get to show it anymore, whatever. So I feel like there's this pressure to take the greatest hits of, like, the first movie
Huh.
and then just go, we're gonna repeat these greatest hits, but we're not going to care about character development
Right.
or even plausible plot or
Yeah,
storyline.
and we're gonna amp up those moments in a way that becomes ridiculous. Hashtag giant Annabelle.
My God. I mean, I was already very not on board by the
Sure,
time
me
we
too.
got to Giant Annabelle, but when I saw Giant Annabelle, I was like, "My what is happening?"
Yeah, what is happening? Okay, so I guess we could try to get into the plot of The Conjuring: Last Rites.
I will say before we get into that, because I made a few notes because it's been a while since I watched it. And honestly, I was going to prep for today by watching it again. And
Can't
Michael,
do it.
I couldn't bring myself to do it because I would,
No.
if it were free, I would, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I will say that I did appreciate the Penny Loops cereal. I don't know if you spotted that. They were when the kids were eating cereal and it was called Penny Loops and it had like a picture of Pennywise. I was like, haha, that's clever. And I think the one thing that it does really well is these fashions. Like,
Yes,
yeah,
I
I
agree.
loved the clothes.
I did as well, and some of the soundtrack.
Right.
So, this movie is directed by Michael Chavez, who has done several of these movies in.
Stop, Michael
Yeah,
Chavez.
I don't understand. I thought after La Llorona, we would have
Yeah,
moved on, but,
yeah. He's not even a Nepo baby.
like, yeah, that would at least make sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we start in a prologue, and that's been common in the Conjuring movies. The original starts with the Annabelle story. We start in a prologue in 1964 with the birth of Judy Warren. Now, I would like to point out I understand this is a movie and it is fiction. It just happens to use real people in it or people who lived in real life. Judy Warren was born in 1946.
Wow.
So, yeah, Judy Warren is 79 years old in real life. She is the same age as my father. So, for this movie, they shave off a tight 18 years
Huh.
so they can make her, when we flash forward, a young woman who is about to get married and all of these things. So I just want to say that I'm only pointing that out because, like, anybody who comes at me with, "No, no, no, this shit is real. Get out. Get out." Because in 1964, she was already a teenager. Like, she was almost 20 years old in real life. So anyway, we start with the birth of Judy, who we have seen in some capacity in every Conjuring movie. Judy. So, but she's stillborn, Christy.
Well, but we have to, do we want to talk about why she's stillborn?
We definitely want to talk about why she's stillborn.
So I guess someone, did James Wan write the screenplay?
I
I I don't
I
know.
feel like his name is just story and executive producer and based on at this point.
And then like a committee wrote it.
Yeah, and then he gets a fat check.
He gets a fat check.
Yeah.
Someone saw Oculus.
So
I just want to say, who is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite. I love Oculus.
Me
It's
too.
Mike
Mike
Flanagan. I
Flanagan.
mean,
Yeah, it's a great
it's so
film.
good. But the second that mirror, I was like, oh, you gonna get Oculus? Don't get Oculus. It's gonna happen. But so Lorraine Warren, they've been called in to investigate this thing, and there's this mirror involved.
Yes.
She touches the mirror, Mike,
Huh?
and she's pregnant.
Yes. And
And
so that unborn baby also gets Oculus.
yeah, the baby gets Oculus, and so then she gets sent into labor because of the Oculusing. And they go to the hospital, and Judy's born. She's apparently been pregnant for 18 years now. I know this. And she's stillborn.
Yes.
But what happens, Michael?
And they pray, right?
Yeah, they pray, and she like holds her, and like, look, I'm not saying that stuff like that doesn't happen, that babies are not born and they're not breathing and then suddenly, they breathe. But it's just so, I just don't know. I hate to feel like I'm being proselytized
Yeah.
to
Well, and
when
also
I'm watching a movie.
what always bothers me about this, again, I say this as a non-believer, but who was raised in the church, and so I have obviously in the Catholic Church, as we talk about all the time, but I have some basis in religion. Stuff like that always bothers me because to me the implication is God took the time to save this baby
Mm-hmm.
in, I don't know, suburban New England or some shit, or
Right.
Jersey or New York or wherever the fuck they are. But God couldn't be bothered with all the other babies that didn't make it. Like
No.
that's what really bothers me about that implication.
Well, their
And this
parents
isn't,
didn't pray over the baby. Though those other parents didn't pray over the baby.
they were like, fuck this baby.
Yeah, they were like, Shiva, do something.
Yeah,
Shiva's not going to do anything.
it's not going to save the baby.
No,
So the power of Christ compels the baby
the baby
to
to
breathe.
live.
But it's clear
It's
that
Oculus.
this baby is Oculus and it's going to come back to haunt her.
Mm-hmm.
So then we sort of cut to 1986. Christy
Great
Vale
year.
is in her prime.
It's true.
Are you like
It
16,
really is.
17, 16?
I am 16.
Okay, I mean, living it.
Yeah.
This is the part of the 80s. I had my own very 80s experience, but different. This is when I was like 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was also living it, but in not nearly as cool a
No,
way.
you're Stranger Things age. I am like older characters, older secondary characters in Stranger
Yeah.
Things days.
And so we meet the most Catholic family in the world, Christy.
Right.
The
Yes.
Smurls.
The Smurls, who it really upset me because the dad, played by Elliot Cowan, who's an incredible British actor. Cohen, he is so good, and he's one of my favorite British actors. And I was like, Elliot, no,
Oh, why are you
no,
doing this? So
don't be in The Conjuring.
I looked it up because I was like, there are a bunch of Brits in it. And I was like, what's
Huh?
going on? And I was like, oh, it's shot in London. That's why.
That's why. But I mean, this was one of my complaints where I'm like, I don't know what kind of name Smurl is. I have no idea what
I
kind of
don't
name it is.
either.
I was
But
like,
I had
is it Polish or I
Sure.
don't know what? I had no idea. But I really resent, because I come from a giant Catholic family.
Indeed you do.
And I resent the implication that it is always like 15 decibels in the house, like that it's always noisy around the dinner table, that there's children running around everywhere wreaking havoc. Like
Yeah.
it's actually the opposite. So
You're gonna get yelled at or hit with a ruler if you do
Yeah,
that.
we couldn't you cannot talk at the dinner table. That's against God's law.
No, like, what's crazy is I'm from also not my immediate family isn't
Mhm.
large, but my extended family is. My aunts and uncles were very loud, but they were adults. Like, we all just sat there at the kids' table and shut the hell up.
Can you imagine if we had behaved like the children in this
No!
movie? No, I
Grandmother
would
would have literally hit me with a ruler
yeah,
and
there
then,
was
like, given me a
my mo
veal cutlet to because she would have felt bad.
right. My mother had a saying, I'm gonna say it in Spanish, and then I'll try to translate it, but it was basically like a saying for the dinner table. So it goes, "El que come y canta, loco se levanta," which means literally, it means, "If you sing and eat, you will get up from the dinner table crazy."
Cool, cool.
Like, that's what it means, but, like, literally, but it was kind of like, "Stop making noise, you're gonna upset your stomach, you're gonna stop talking, you are a child, and you are to be seen and not heard."
Right. Yeah. It's a good idiom. I like that.
Yeah,
But in Conjuring world, Catholics are very loud.
I
That's what we
guess,
learned. And so
and terrible children.
terrible children. And so one of the Smurl daughters
Right,
is about to get confirmed.
right.
And so this is a very exciting time, right?
It is. My
Which put
confirmation dress looks exactly like her
yeah, I thought
confirmation dress. They
that
did a good
outfit
job.
was perfect. And so
Yeah,
that puts her at like what, 13 or
yeah,
14?
yeah, 13.
And for her confirmation gift,
This was weird.
what do her grandparents give her, Chrissy?
Her
Do they give her like
grandparents
some cash or like,
no, they don't
something
give
she
her
can
a
use?
Walkman or leg warmers,
No,
or, like, Madonna plastic bracelets.
they don't give her any
No,
of that.
they don't give her any of that. With the grandparents who live there,
Yes.
it's an extended family, multi-generational, they were at an antique market, and
Sure.
they found a mirror.
Wait, they found what mirror was it?
They found the mirror with the creepy cherubs at the top from the prologue, the Oculus mirror.
And they're like, you can put it in your room and do your makeup.
And
Why
they're
would
like,
you ever want to look at yourself in that terrifying fucking mirror?
this is a mirror, like, I would never, ever, ever, like, I just would never think your old girl would love this mirror.
Yeah, what?
What? Those grandparents are terrible
They're
grandparents.
terrible grandparents.
Yeah, you live with your granddaughters and you don't know that they want a Walkman
Yeah,
or leg warmers or Madonna bracelets?
you know nothing about this young
You
woman.
deserve everything you get.
So they put the mirror, I mean, right away, it's clear something bad is happening, right?
Because it's an ugly mirror.
Yes. So like they put the mirror like and then like she starts choking on cereal and the light shatters
Oh
and
yeah, and one of them says, "You look like the angel in the middle," or something like that.
yes, that's right.
But
Yeah.
okay, like help me understand, because as is the case in so many Conjuring verse movies, there's 5 million things happening at the same time,
Correct.
and the movie can't quite decide what it wants to be about.
Yes.
So, they live in Pennsylvania? Is it
Yeah, they
is
live in a suburb of like outside of
Philadelphia?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Outside of so like Western Pennsylvania.
Right. So, there's also a ghost in this house from old time days?
Yes. Yes.
And, like, how does the mirror fit in with old-timey ghost?
Okay. So we're jumping
And
ahead.
big okay, I'm sorry, I won't jump ahead.
No, 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 no. I think that's great.
Okay.
I can answer that question.
Okay,
It's a
good.
stupid answer, but I can answer that question.
And then I have another question, go ahead.
Okay. So old-timey ghost from like, I don't know, Frontierland or whatever. The dude who's like, all I do is chop wood because that's all
And
people
wear
did.
overalls. Yeah,
Yes, exactly. That's how you know they're old-timey.
yeah,
So the mirror, the Oculus mirror,
right.
is possessed by a demon, which we'll get to later when the Warrens finally get on the scene. The demon in the Oculus mirror can manipulate the old-timey ghosts. So it's the stupidest fucking explanation, and it happens in like 2 lines late in the movie. So this demon has the power to sort of resurrect or conjure. There you go. these old-timey ghosts. So the family is not only dealing with, like, whatever is happening with the Oculus mirror, they're also now being confronted by old-timey ghosts.
Right. And the old-timey ghost, why does he look like that?
I don't I
Why
don't
is
know. I can't
the
answer that question, Christy.
why is the style of ghosts now to look like a really bizarro Joker
Yeah, I
from olden times? That's
I
not scary.
yeah, I don't know, like, and that was, like, one of the things I really did love about the original Conjuring is that they didn't look like they just looked like the woman on the I can never remember the name of that piece of furniture that you taught me.
Yeah,
Like,
the
the
well,
wardrobe
yeah,
or
the
whatever.
armoire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's your thank you. Like, the woman who shows up on top of that and then, like, is terrifying is still just, like, kind of an old haggish woman, right?
Yeah.
She's doesn't look like weird, like you said, weird Joker or anything, and then the other
Yeah,
ghosts are like, it's just like a little boy walks by, you know?
right. That's all it is.
And this has like, yeah, like you said, now it's I don't know what movie or if there was a
Barbarian.
is that what you blame?
Yeah, I think so because
I
it
like
like
that. I like blaming
yeah,
Barbarian for
I like
everything.
blaming Barbarian for everything. But the old-timey, I don't know, railroad ghost, that's what I'm gonna call him.
He's just working the line.
He's just working the line, Michael. It reminded me of the makeup and the look of Incest Chud from
Yeah, from Barbarian, that's a great
Barbarian.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, really big, you know?
Yes!
Right, and with long stringy hair, and I'm like, "Ah, you don't need to look like that to scare me as a ghost, like, just the fact that you're dead and you're in front of me, like, that would be scary."
Yeah, I there and, like, that yeah, that's enough, and, like, I was watching a movie like I've talked about I wreck a lot,
Mhm.
the Spanish movie,
Right.
and now they're not dealing with ghosts, they're dealing more with, like, demon zombies, you know,
Yeah.
because it's also very Catholic, and they do something that I also think works is that you cast someone who is physically interesting.
Right.
Like, Del Toro does this a lot with the dude,
Mhm.
I can never remember his name, who's like
Doug
in
Jones
yes, who's so tall and thin, and he's also
or
in
Ron Perlman as
yeah,
Hellboy.
and Jones is also in the Buffy episode Hush, which is terrifying. Not saying you just have to get tall, skinny people, but, like, that's also half of what makes Bill Skarsgård terrifying as Pennywise, is he's just so physically different.
Right.
I'm fine with that, but, like, the weird he's 9 feet tall, like, he's just a railroad man, Christy.
He's just working the line, and the second he started chopping wood, I was like, "Oh, well,
This is gonna end badly.
this is bad news." Any movie where the father's chopping wood,
It's gonna
get
end
out,
badly.
get
Yeah.
out.
So, while they're getting Oculus, we go to Ed and Lorraine, and now we see Ed and Lorraine kind of at the low point of their career. In the first Conjuring, you know, people were filling lecture halls to watch them. Now they're doing the same thing, but there's, like, 4 college kids who are there just to make fun of them.
Right, because it's the '80s now.
It's the '80s, y'all.
In the '70s, people took ghosts more
Yeah,
seriously.
dude, what the fuck happened in the
Right.
'80s? Y'all don't respect ghosts.
John Hughes happened, you
Yeah.
know? That's what happened.
And so we also learn, and we already knew this from part 3, that Ed, because of his heart problems, they can't go ghost investigating anymore.
No.
They're essentially retired from that part of their job. They give lectures and they're working on their book. And now Judy, who is she's like her early 20s, right?
Yeah, she was born when, 1964 in
64. So
this
she's
movie?
22, 21 or
Yeah, she's
22.
22, yeah.
She's there. She's like, "Oh, dad, it's okay." And they go out for an Italian meal. And we quickly learn that Judy has the gift that
Mhm.
her mother has, which has been
Right.
hinted at
Yeah,
in the originals.
but now we know why.
Yeah, because she's Oculus, yo.
She was Oculus.
And and I was gonna say very quickly, but not, because we also then learn about Judy's boyfriend who, like, was a cop, and now he's not a cop because he, like, almost
Listen,
shot a kid or something.
I'm glad that guy got work, but I don't care about that character.
Yeah, dude, and, like, that's also her real life husband was a former cop.
Right.
Like, so we have, like,
So that
not
wasn't made up?
that what I don't parts of it I'm sure were made up, but yeah, no, her real husband, who she's still married to, I wrote his name down, Tony Spera, the
Cop
blonde
name if ever I
Italian,
heard one.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, he was a real guy, or is, I think, still, and but
Well, they did him bad in this movie because I just felt he was totally made up character.
yeah, absolutely, and he's very like, "Hey, can I have your daughter's hand in marriage?" And,
Uh,
like, so it's, like, that
I
weird
hated that scene.
yeah, there's, like, the weird family shit that's going on with them.
Mhm.
Ed being like, "I can't do it," basically saying, "I'm too old for this shit." I mean, that's
Right.
basically where he's at, and as this is going on, the Oculusing gets worse with
Right. I do wanna talk about we meet the fiancé at the barbecue, right?
yes,
Like,
yes.
they're having this barbecue to celebrate something, I don't remember, but all the friends are there, the neighbors are there.
I think it's Judy's birthday,
Okay, it's
or
Judy's
Ed's
birthday.
it's somebody's birthday.
It's someone's birthday, and Judy's gonna get proposed to at this birthday. Like, my whole beef with this also is, like, Ed and Lorraine Warren famously kept a room filled with possessed things, right? Dangerous possessed things that
Correct.
should not be out in the world.
Right.
And so, like, and they keep saying that. They keep saying, "These are very dangerous."
Yep.
Like,
You
we
can't even
cannot
touch them.
you can't even touch them. Like, they're very dangerous. They could possess you if you look at them, like, or whatever.
Right,
So
right.
what do we do at a barbecue, Michael? Hey, let's go look at the possessed room. Let's go look at all the things in the possessed room. Let me give you a tour. And I'm like,
Yeah,
really? You
it's
don't think one of your neighbors is gonna touch Annabelle or something
right,
like that?
right, it's so absurd,
It's
and
so absurd.
they do at the barbecue, they bring back the cop from part 1.
Hmm.
They bring back the priest from part 1. So
Yeah.
it
Well,
does
you
have
need a
very
priest.
yeah, we need a priest. It also feels very much like we're finally coming to the end of this series. Like, you
We're not.
remember him, you remember Jimmy? And so, like, okay, the other family's getting Oculus outside of Pittsburgh. The 2
Wha Like, weird shit's happening that I can't even keep up with. Go
yes.
ahead.
No, so to the point where 2 of the girls, the one who got the gift and then her closest sister in age,
Uh,
bedfellows, I think, we would call them in the olden times.
right.
They're like, "We gotta get rid of the mirror," which yeah,
I forgot about this scene
and
because it
so
angered me so much.
then they lug this giant mirror
In the middle of the night.
in the middle of the night downstairs and I guess put it out for bulky trash?
Yeah, let me tell you something about living in a house with 5 million people,
Huh?
okay? You cannot do anything in secret. That
Right.
was like I was like, "I know it's a movie. I know." But I was just like, "That is so." The second that you got out of bed, my mother would know. Like, do you know what
Right,
I mean?
sure,
And they're
especially
like
with those
these
old wooden floors.
Yeah, and 2, like, teenage girls moving like
A gi
a giant mirror down the stairs, creaky staircase,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm surprised they could even lift the thing, like,
Right,
it's
so
that kind of old-timey mirror.
they put it out for bulky trash
Sure,
day,
like you
right?
do.
And I'm like, "What's gonna happen? What is like, is a trash man gonna take and then we're gonna visit is this movie really about the trash man's family?" Like, I don't know. But no, we see it. We see it picked up by bulky trash people the
Yes,
next day. We see it get put in the trash truck
yeah,
and get squished. We
correct.
see this happen. And
Yeah,
at that point, I was like, huh, all right, I guess that's the end of Oculus Mirror.
right. Or has
Is
it
it
released did that release the demon into the world or
right?
whatever? But the mirror comes back. And so, like, I know this happens with Annabelle, right? The nurses put Annabelle in the trash and then Annabelle comes back.
But they don't destroy Annabelle.
Correct. And that is what also there's like this implication that Annabelle being a doll can almost move, you know?
Right.
This is just a mirror.
I know. And it's like, I don't want to be a dick about it because I know it's a movie and I know
But
that
it's stupid.
magic things happen, right? Like we're talking about Annabelle, but I'm like, but we saw the mirror destroyed. Like
Right.
you even said, it's not like the ball in the changeling. Like the ball
No.
gets thrown away, but we somehow, I don't know.
In
I'm
the
not
in the
smart enough
changeling
to
to me,
figure it
it's like
out.
you're almost on a loop. Like
Right.
that ghost in the Changeling, like, you're George C. Scott and that ghost have this connection now, and he is now part of the loop.
Yeah,
So he can go do whatever with that ball, but he's always gonna come back to the
he's
moment
gonna
where
come
the
back to
kid's
the
gonna
loop.
throw the ball down. Yeah. This is
Right.
like the mirror got smashed. Even in Christine, when the car gets destroyed, we get a kick-ass 80s jam, and we get to see the car fusing back together.
Right.
Like, this is just like, and the mirror's back.
Yeah, in the attic.
Yes.
How did it get
How?
in the
Yeah.
attic?
Yeah, did it just, like
Fly up there? Or I don't understand, and I honestly don't even understand, like, when that happened, because suddenly, Ed and Lorraine are at well, oh, and they don't wanna go.
No. So
Yeah,
first they reach out to the priest friend,
right,
their friend who's a priest, and he's like, "They need your help." And they're like, "We're fucking retired. Ed's got a bad bum ticker." And
right.
Lorraine is, I mean, she's seen some shit. She needs a break.
She does need a break.
And so the priest friend goes out there to Pennsylvania, to Western Pennsylvania. He visits with the family.
He's not even part of their parish.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, what the
he's
hell?
not he's not even part of that diocese,
Yeah, he's
and I was like,
yeah, you got no jurisdiction here, sir.
"You got no jurisdiction here, sir." Like, if a priest from another diocese came to my mom's house, she'd be like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, come on.
Very
Unless you were
strange.
welcomed by my local priest, yeah.
It was really sketch.
And so soon after that, he dies. The priest friend dies. He gets
Right.
Oculist. I mean,
He
that's
gets
what we're talking
Oculus
about.
from far away because
Yeah,
who knows where the mirror is, but yeah, that
right.
happens.
And so Lorraine and Ed and Judy and Judy's fiance, I guess, or whatever, finally go out there. And
Well,
Lorraine,
because Judy goes out there.
yes, that's right. Because Ed and Lorraine are like, we're not doing this shit. We're
Yeah,
done. And
we're
Judy
done.
goes out
Judy's
and
like, "They need our help."
yes, we don't run away from a fight and all these things she learned from Ed. But what we find out is that I guess Judy is like Father Marin because the demon in the Oculus mirror has done this to lure her there because the demon was robbed of her soul when she was stillborn. The demon was supposed to get her then. Um,
Mm.
and he's come, or it or whatever has come to collect. So this has all been a very long-winded ruse to
So,
lure Judy back.
why are beings from another dimension like, why is Annabelle demon and Oculus demon, why are they so interested in Judy, do you think?
Yeah,
That's like 2 different demons who
yeah,
both
this
want
is,
Judy.
yes, these demons really want Judy. I don't know. I think because she owns the rights to her parents' story. I think that's why. I think that's why they're interested.
Do have to say that Judy's outfit at the father's funeral,
Oh yeah, great look.
my god, I forgot about the movie and I was like, started looking for a bolero jacket immediately.
Yeah, it is a great,
It is
great
a
look.
great it reminds me of Susanna Hoffs' outfit in a Bangles video. Like, I was like,
Man.
"Yeah, I know you love Susanna
I
Hoff."
absolutely do, still to this day. So eventually Judy's like, "Come on, dad. You taught me never to run
"We
from
don't
a
run
fight."
away."
Yeah. And so finally Ed and Lorraine get in the mix and they take on Oculus Demon, who
Right.
then like transforms into
Well,
giant Annabelle at some point,
yeah,
which is the stupidest thing
they
I've ever seen.
somehow they go looking around. They go looking around the house, like you do when you're looking for demons
Right.
and you're trying to blame the plumbing or something, and
Yes.
you're like, we gotta look around the house, we gotta investigate." And so, of course, because Lorraine has powers, she's like, "We have to go up in the attic." And
Yes.
they go up in the attic, and then that's when she sees that the mirror is there. And she's like, "Oh my god, it's the mirror."
Yeah. And it's gonna take Judy.
Right. So Ed and the dad are trying to remove the mirror.
Right.
Right.
And bad things happen. It smashes the dad's foot or something.
And he's still able to walk.
Yeah.
Who
And
knows?
meanwhile, the cop fiance is trying to help, but he like gets in a wreck because the demon is everywhere and everything.
Right.
Yeah, we see giant Annabelle, which is super dumb, but eventually they beat the demon, right?
I guess?
Yeah, they do. I can't it's like yeah.
And then so they beat the demon, right? They get rid of the demon.
Uh-huh.
What happened to old-timey
Yeah, so
working the
this is
line
where
ghost?
this is sort of where you sort of learn that, because Lorraine is like, there are a lot of entities here.
Well,
Once
there's isn't there always?
always, because the demon, I guess, is manipulating old-timey Ghost, once the demon is defeated, old-timey Ghost is set free. I don't know, man.
But why is he I mean, why did I mean, okay, I'm confused because, like, if old-timey ghost was always in the house,
Right.
hold on,
So he was
because
on the
the
land because the
yeah,
house
yeah,
wasn't yeah, I
yeah, but, like, old-timey ghost started doing activity in the house even
correct.
before the mirror was brought
Yeah.
into the house.
This
So
thi
he was already there.
yeah, this is,
So
I think
what
I
was
might
it
have
about the mirror that made old-timey ghost, "Okay, I'm done."
yeah, I don't know, and, like, I might have brought this up before, and this is from a book that is very, like, loved and or hated by screenwriters called Save the Cat. It's very famous, but it's very formulaic, whatever. But in Save the Cat, one of my favorite things that I actually do like is he talks about what he calls double mumbo jumbo, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Your movie can't have double mumbo jumbo, right? Like, you can't be like, 'We're fighting aliens,' but it turns out the alien is also a serial killer or whatever. It's like it just gets to be so much or like and this to me is pure double mumbo jumbo.
It
Like
really
the
is.
demon plus the old-timey ghost is just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like
Plus giant Annabelle.
plus giant like it's so
Ridiculous.
ridiculous, and it's so strange how far it has strayed stylistically through the like, to
Yeah,
go from relatively simple haunted possession movie to the Indiana Jones movie that was part 3
yeah,
to this that felt like we made Judy in my mind, I was like, "Oh, they made Judy younger because now we're gonna get a TV show about Judy or some shit."
yeah,
It is
yeah.
like the Marvel version of The Conjuring. I don't
Yeah, I mean,
it's so weird.
it's so weird. Like I keep saying, I keep going back to simple haunted ghost storytelling where people are dealing with listen, and I know I keep saying I know it's a movie. I know. And I know that in movies ghosts happen and demons
Sure.
happen. Like I totally get it, but I insist that those stories are the most effective when you have real people, when you have characters that you care about that are going through things that are absolutely real, like real issues and real problems make the ghosts and the demons more believable. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
of
Like
course.
Veronica.
Yes, like Veronica is a young girl who's tasked with essentially being the mother, second mother to
Right,
her little
right.
siblings. It's Reagan and Ellen Burstyn, like this single
Yeah,
mom who has all the fucking money in the world and can't figure out what's wrong with her daughter, while the priest is having an absolute crisis of faith.
right.
And I thought the first one did it such a good job, even though we start with the Annabelle prologue, which I think is very effective, by the way, in
Yeah.
the original, and creepy as hell, and introduced Annabelle to a lot of like, I didn't know
Who
about it.
doesn't love a doll? Who doesn't love
Exactly.
a haunted doll?
Haunted doll. And but post Annabelle prologue, the A story of The Conjuring is the family. And the Warrens become the B story. And they're really effective in that. To the point where, look, the movie we made, structurally looked at that. You and I are we come in right when the Warrens would come in The
Right.
Conjuring, the finale. Go check it out. Still streaming.
Hey, someone told me yesterday they loved it. I saw someone at the landing and they approached me and were like, I saw your movie. It's great. There it is.
But I think, because it's Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, and they are really good together and quite famous in real life. They further we moved on in the series, the more focus became on the Warrens. And through no fault of the actors, I liked the young woman who played Judy. It has nothing to do with them. To me, the Warrens were most effective when the story was not primarily about them, because then you could spend real time and get real character development with the family at the center of the
Right.
story.
And in
And
this
that
movie, we just don't care about the family.
Right, and it was the same in 3, not to mention all the dumb CGI and everything. Like, it's yeah, we have lost that. Even in the first Conjuring, I mean, there's so many daughters, right? But,
Right,
like, each even if they only have 1 or 2 scenes, the little like, the youngest ones, they each have such a clear personality, and, like, 2 little ones who share a room, those 2 girls are great and, like, bicker and bicker and bicker, and then the one gets really scared, and it's you see this, like, perfect sibling relationship.
right.
We don't get any of that. They tried I
No,
think they tried to give us a little of the Smurls, but not enough. There's so much else going on that the girls at the center of that story get lost.
yeah, and I mean, I don't even know how to explain it, how the things that happened to Lily Taylor's character
Uh-huh.
in the first one, which, by the time, like, you get towards the climax of the 3rd act of the movie and she's already possessed and she floats in a chair and all that stuff, right?
Sure.
It is somehow more believable, like, it is somehow more kind of like, "My god," than when Mr. Smurl floats up to the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm like,
I don't care. I don't
"What
even
is the
know who
difference?"
Mr. Smurl is. I think because 'cause you're
Yeah.
not invested.
Yeah, we don't get to see their relationship develop. Like every time we come back to the Smurls, just something crazier has happened and they're screaming at each other at the dinner table and she's being really disrespectful to her dad and all I can think is, man, I would never talk to my dad like that. Like that's all
Yeah.
I care about.
And you're just not invested. Like when Mr.
Yeah.
Smurl floats up Reagan style or whatever, I don't care about Mr. Smurl.
Yeah, why is this happening to Mr. Smurl?
To me, the first Conjuring is anchored by Lily Taylor. Like Wilson and Farmiga are the perfect
Right.
act break enter the
Right.
story,
But
right?
it's Lily Taylor worried about her family. It's
Yes,
Lily Taylor trying to keep this family together.
amidst all of the real world problems and the now supernatural demonic problems.
Right.
Wilson and Farmiga, that Ed and Lorraine serve that story. Ed goes and fixes the old car,
Mhm.
because he knows this dude, he's at the end of his rope, and they make pancakes for the kids and take them out for ice cream. Like,
Right.
it is a family story,
Right.
and you see how important family is to Ed and Lorraine,
Right.
and why they're willing to do all of this crazy put themselves in harm's way, fight
Right.
the devil essentially.
Right.
And we're just now it's like there are 47 things going on. And Judy got engaged and the cop and,
And
giant
there's a giant
Annabelle.
Annabelle
Yeah.
and the Oculus mirrors in the attic again somehow. The first one does kind of follow classic. I mean, The Exorcist does it, right? We meet Marin in the prologue, and then Marin disappears until
Correct.
until the very end. The story is about this woman and her child, and
Yeah, and
the
even the way Damien is brought into the
mhm.
story is organic and perfect. Like, to me, like, Father Damien is one of the best characters in all of horror.
Oh, absolutely.
And I love Reagan and her mom. Also, Ellen Burstyn is so good, like, you're just like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, man, she's incredible." But that relationship's perfect. Like, it's great,
Mhm.
a mother-daughter relationship. And then I just da like, Damien is so much more complex and interesting and fraught than almost anything we get in most contemporary horror, even in movies that are considered, masterpieces or
No,
whatever.
I agree.
And I would say, like, while a totally different movie, one reason I love Midsummer so much is that by the time they get to Sweden, I'm so invested in Florence Pugh's character just as a person, like
Right.
the horrible things that she's dealing with her family, and then how shitty every dude she knows is.
Mhm.
Then shit gets weird, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like, to bring it back around, a well-crafted play that you're in. Like, there was a time when we cared about structure and
It's true.
character, and I know I sound old, but it just seems to be the first thing that gets thrown out the window now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really sad. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's people that are interesting. It's
Yeah,
people relationships that are interesting that, like, to bring it the play that I'm in, like, yeah, it's about these events kind of sort of did happen. There was a struggle for being the king of England,
Sure.
People did kill each other and go to war, but
Always.
at its core, the story is about a family
Yeah.
dynamic, and
Yeah.
and two parents who have a very dysfunctional group of kids.
Yeah. Yeah, not to sound super old and not to say that some filmmakers aren't really striving for that, but, like, it doesn't happen a lot. Also, I think it makes it scarier too,
Yeah,
especially if you watch so many horror movies where it's, like, really
agreed.
rare to be scared at all, investment is important, investment in these characters. And
Right.
yeah, I can only hope that this is the final
Truly,
conflict.
the
Like,
final conflict.
yeah, and,
Please,
like,
please stop.
yes, please, please stop. Like, just stop. And I'm sure there's some IP you guys own that you can go ruin like you ruin it,
Yeah,
you know?
like you ruin every other thing.
Yeah. So that's it. The Conjuring: Last Rites.
Last rites.
Not nearly as cool as The Omen: The Final Conflict at all.
No, not nearly as cool as that. Not nearly as cool as what's a ghost story? What's a ghost story that you love? But you can't say The Changeling because that's a classic. You have to say something else. What's a ghost story that you love?
A ghost story that I love, and I already did Devil's Backbone, didn't I? I'm always gonna say Devil's Backbone. I would say honestly, clearly I gravitate towards the Spaniards.
Mhm.
The Orphanage is just, again, a
Beautiful.
beautiful, beautiful ghost story. So I would The Orphanage, watch it in Spanish.
Yeah.
It's scary. I mean, it's just a great movie. Great movie.
I'm
So
gonna
that's
say I'm gonna gravitate towards the Irish and say The Eclipse.
perfect. That is also an awesome
It's such
movie.
a beautiful, beautiful story and so invested in the people, and that's why it works.
Yeah. Yes. And when it uses its scares, it uses them so effectively.
Mhm.
Because you are so invested. Both movies heavily Catholic, by the way.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
Um, we don't have to talk about this movie, but I saw Black Phone 2. Speaking of disappointment, because I really
I
enjoyed the
love the
first
first
one,
one. Yeah.
and it was one where I was like, "I don't know that this movie needed a sequel,"
No,
you know?
some movies
Uh,
don't.
so that was a bummer. We'll find something. I still wanna watch Shelby Oaks and, there's some
Yeah,
stuff.
I wanna watch Shelby Oaks, I wanna watch The Keeper.
Yes, Oz Perkins' new movie.
Yeah, Oz Perkins' new movie. There's a we've never talked about it, and I am kind of ashamed that I had never seen it before, but good friend Noah Heller, who is also a friend of the show, let me borrow his Blu-ray copy of Pulse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
with yeah, so I don't know, I think I wanna watch Pulse, and maybe we should talk about that ghost story.
Okay, yeah. Not to paint with a broad brush, but Japanese filmmakers, the way they treat ghosts in
Ghosts,
connection to technology
yeah,
is, I would
way
say,
better than
unlike
Americans.
anything in the West that you'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
Pulse is
it's true.
yeah, I would love to rewatch it. It is man, it's a great movie and sad
Okay.
and oddly, like, predicted the world.
Yeah, I can't believe I'd never seen it before, so I think I'm gonna watch Pulse, but yeah, let's watch Shelby Oaks, I've heard good things about it.
Okay, cool, sounds good. In the meantime, go watch good ghost stories and, probably
Go
not
eat
this one.
tamales.
Yes, and go see A Lion in Winter. Or
Yeah, The Lion in
the.
Winter
I always
at
forget.
Theater 3. If you have time, Thursdays are $10. Come enjoy a Christmas type Christmas show.
Yeah, great, awesome, cool. All right, y'all, we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.